My name is Francesco Cuffaro. I'm an Italian freelance. I'm a certified financial planner or practitioner or advisor, if you prefer. They're all the same thing. I'm independent from banks or insurances or any other financial institutions. What does it mean? It means that I work only in the solely interest of my clients, like lawyers or accountants do. In Italy, the situation is quite peculiar. 80% of financial advisor, they basically have to stipulate an agreement with the bank, with an insurance company, and so they can give advice to their clients on the product that that bank or that insurance sell. They don't ask, they don't have a fee that clients have to pay, but they earn money through commissions on the products that they sell, on the products that they advise. I don't want to diminish the work of my colleagues, but you can see the conflict of interest that is there. So I don't sell any product. I only give advice on my clients' interest only. I am not an economist. I come from a different world, the world of engineering. I've been a freelancer and an entrepreneur since basically 15 years almost. I decided to specialize in personal finance, and we will see exactly what it is. Basically, I work mostly with retailers, with private clients. I decided to focus on freelancers like me. I also give advice on a wide variety of investment forms, but always advices and never product sales. Before digging into the core of our presentation, I wanted to underline what the job of a real financial planner is. Most of people think that financial consultants have to do a lot with numbers, with the math, with Excel spreadsheets and so on. But let me tell you that that's not it. At least that's not totally it. In my point of view, in my world, a real financial planner help clients, her clients, to make the best use of their capital. And when I use the word capital, I don't mean just money. In my book, capital is made of 3 different components: money, of course, plus time, plus energy. These 3 resources that are by definition limited for all of us, they make the human capital that we all have. And my main goal is to make sure that you use that capital that you have in the best way possible. What is the best way? Well, it is aligning this capital with your values, with what really important to you, and which is different. What is best for me can be very bad for you, and vice versa. So this is what a real financial planner do. What we'll be talking about today, we'll try at least to discover our own personal financial needs and goals. We will see some useful tools that can help us to achieve those goals. We will see how to write a 1-page financial plan. We will see what it is and why, according to me, it's important to have one. We will also discover how to find a good financial advisor, and just in case you would need one, and why it's important to have a good one. So let's see what could be financial needs. This that you see here is the pyramid of financial needs, and I have stolen it from psychology. basically, starting from the bottom, there is the first level. It's the protection phase. On this stage, every stage answers to a different question. The first question that you have to ask yourself is, at this level, is what will happen to me or to my loved ones if I stop working? As a freelancer, for example, as an entrepreneur, as a solopreneur, my source of income will still be there if I have to stop working for 1 week, for 1 month, for 1 year, or for the rest of my life. What will happen to me or my loved ones if I won't be there? There is a lot of risk in not asking this question, and this risk can be taken off of your shoulder if you, for example, decide to have a life insurance or a medical insurance. It's important that you don't have this burden only on you, on your shoulder. Going to the next level, there is the liquidity need. We have to be able to pay for the everyday expenses, the one that we can plan for, but mostly the one that are not that cannot be planned. I'm talking about extraordinary expenses, emergency expenses. What happens if my car gets broken, or have to replace the roof of my house? Those things that you cannot plan in advance for. You have to have some liquidity, some cash, in order for you to afford these expenses with a peace of mind. Next level is the retirement. The question that you should ask yourself is, will I be able to sustain a decent style of life even when I stop working, even when I retire? In many countries, and Italy, unfortunately, is one of them, the state pension won't be enough for our needs, especially in an age where your needs usually increase and not decrease. So ask yourself, if the state pension is not enough, I have to find another instrument that will substitute, or at least that will add some income. And this could be, for example, a pension fund that you can use while you're still working. Next level is what most people focus on, forgetting everything that comes before, and is the investment level. At this phase, you have to ask yourself, what are my life goals? What are my financial objectives that I want to reach? And for this, there are a wide variety of financial products that are specific to each situation for every one of us, that is different. And going beyond that, there is the extra return level, which means which collect all the riskier strategies that can allow me, if I can take that risk, allow me to obtain a higher results. What tools can I use? The most important tool that must be used is between our ears, and we were born with it, is our brain. A lot of people think that finance is such a complex subject that we try to mostly scare away people, but it's not so difficult. And if you manage to separate feelings from money, which is very, very hard, but if you can approach the finance trying to keep feelings away, most of the work is already done. Going into something more practical, I can give you some tools that I personally find very useful. The first one is a budget planner that help you understand where money goes. Sometimes it's hard to realize how we spend our money, and this file can help you achieving that level of knowledge. And another tool that I find very useful is a money tracker that can help you building up, for example, an emergency fund or a liquidity reserve. You should have received that. If you haven't, just write Elena and she will send you everything. Going further, what is a one-page plan and why I think is very useful? As I see it, investing and taking care of your finances is not an act. It's not something that you can just do and it's done. Unfortunately, it's not like that. Taking care of your finance is a path, is a process, is a never-ending process. And in order for you to start and to keep doing this process, you need a guide, you need a map. But you have to understand that the result of planning, which is a financial plan, is not what's important in this process, because the whole never-ending process is our goal. That's what we should aim for. We have to enter into the mindset that investing is a process, and it takes a lot of mind energy in order to do that. But let's go a little bit more into the details. How is created a one-page plan? It's made of 3 different sections. The first and most important one is a statement of financial purpose, which is basically our main reason why we decide to save money, why we actually work every day, why we want to not spend all the money that we earn and save them for our future self. And the main question in this point is why money is important for us. And don't stop at the surface level, because there are easy answers to this. Independence is one of them, or freedom is another one. Try to dig a little bit deeper inside of you. Why is money important to me? What really means for me and my loved ones? You should also receive an example of a financial plan, of a one-page financial plan that can give you a more precise idea of an example of statement of financial purpose. Next session is our goals. Now that we have a statement, we can frame this statement, put it in a context, in a precise context, and write our goals. Goals must have the SMART characteristic that you have probably already seen somewhere else. Goals have to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and temporized and timely. And basically, the goals are our values, what's important for us, framed in a context with the numbers and the expiration dates. Next, there is an action plan. And the action plan must be also very specific, very precise. What are the exact steps that I can do in the next 3 months that will get me a little bit closer to my goal? Now, how to find a good financial advisor? I see that this process might seem a little bit difficult, at least as at the first glance, for people who are not used to that, see finance as stock, bonds, trending lines, and so on. Good financial advisor can be helpful, and how to find a good one is mainly by asking many questions. Don't be shy when you when you are interviewing a financial advisor. Ask as many questions as possible. Ask, for example, how you earn money. Do I have to pay you, or you get money from something else? Check out the cost of the products that he's recommending you. There are financial products that are very expensive and doesn't have anything to do with their efficiency, with their potential gain that will give you. The costs are fixed, and the more you pay for a product, the less you earn back. The third suggestion that I will give you might seem a little bit basic, but believe me, is the first reason of a lot of financial con. And it's never transfer your money. Even if you delegate totally to a financial advisor your finances, which is something that I wouldn't suggest you to do, you should always be in control of your money, and all the buy and sell must come from you, not from somebody else. So I see that we are at the end of this presentation. I realized that we have touched many complex topics. Now here you can see my contacts, my website, and my socials. Most of the content that I publish is in Italian, and as so is the newsletter that I send periodically to my clients. But if you are interested and will write me an email, I will be very glad to make a special list of people who would like to receive, for example, my newsletter in English, or to see my contents that I post in English. So I will take very good consideration of this request. I will be very happy. And as I promised, there is a present for you. Since most of the topics that we have touched today are complex, I decided to give each one of you a free coaching session of 15 minutes. Every week I will teach, I will give personal advices to the one who will ask me. So write me an email, and I cannot do more than one per week, so it might take a while, but I will be happy to give you this present for those people that have stayed until the end. I didn't write in the presentation because I just want to be sure that it's just for you. So thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was helpful for you. And if you have any question, I will be happy to answer them. Grazie e ciao ciao.